Hi artists, today we're going to work on our Chris Uphues inspired heart art. We talked a little bit about this last week. Chris Uphues is the artist that draws the hearts with the silly faces. They're all very happy. We layered them with some in front and some behind. We changed the scale of the hearts with some of them being small and some of them being big. We talked about repetition, which is when something repeats. So the repeating theme in our art were hearts. And then we talked about variety and adding little surprises to our art, something that makes it a little bit different than everyone else's. And we added some fun little surprises. I want to really quick look at some of his art and then we'll get started. And here are some examples of Chris Uphues' art. Remember, he's a street artist who paints on the sides of buildings and in public spaces. His art has a variety in size. Some are big and some are small, some are layered. He uses lots of bright, bold colors. So now we're going to look at adding color to our work. Okay, before I added color, I needed to outline my pencil lines with black marker. I used a Sharpie. I think that works best, but if you don't have a Sharpie, you can use a regular black marker or a crayon. We just need to have a nice, bold black line over all of our pencil lines. And we've talked about using value in our art before. We're going to use crayons to add value. Remember, value is the word that talks about how light or how dark a color is. So the color that I'm choosing is going to be scarlet. And I'm just going to really quickly show you this trick again. I'm going to press down and put a lot of pressure on my crayon around the edges of my heart so that I get a nice dark version of scarlet. It's a darker value. Get a nice dark around the edges, and then as it goes towards the center, kind of like we've done before in some of our other projects, I'm going to relieve some of the pressure on my crayon and kind of do medium so that I get a lighter value. So I'm changing the pressure and using a lighter value and do my lightest in the center. Okay, I want to see you apply value when adding colors to your hearts. We're going to use crayons first, and I'll speed this up. Okay, now that I've added color and I've illustrated value, so I have lights and darks on my hearts, I colored in my extra things. I love my clouds white because clouds are usually white unless they're storm clouds. And now I'm going to show you how to do that cool rainbow effect. We need primary colored markers. So this only works with markers. You need a red, yellow, and a blue. Red, yellow, and blue. These are our three primary colors. Now I'm going to use my primary colors and I'm going to add some lines that are in my background. So my marker is a point, a triangle, and I'm going to use the side and not the tip. So I'm going to start by doing a red line, and then I'll do yellow, and I'm using the side so I get a nice thick line, and then I'm going to use blue. Now the tricky part here is some of us have used a washable marker around the edge to outline. If you did, you need to be very careful not to touch the black. I'm only going to touch the red, the yellow, and the blue, and I'm using just a wet paintbrush. It only has water on it. And I'm going to go down the red line, and that color is going to bleed just a little bit, and then I'm going to rinse the red off and go down the yellow line, and they'll blend together and kind of make an orangish color. Rinsing my brush off, and I'll go down the blue, okay, and they'll make kind of a green between those. And I'm going to rinse my brush off. I'm going to add a couple more rainbows in my background, so the only thing that you need to make this effect is a red, a yellow, and a blue. A cup of water, which you can fill at the back sink, and you can borrow a paintbrush from me if you don't have one. So I'm going to speed this up. I can't wait to see what you create. Remember, you can post photos of your art on Instagram at Coon Art Room, or you can email them to Miss Coon at kuhm@auburnschools.org. Thanks. Bye.